Greetings, citizens of YouTube, and welcome to the first round of another tournament video. And by first round, I mean we already feel a little bit deep in the tournament. I'll go ahead and tell you how we got here. We started with over 200 entrants in the tournament. Out of those 200 and something entrants, about 90 of which submitted actual decks. Out of those 90, I ended up with a first round bye into the round of 64. However, since the two players who I would have potentially faced in the round of 64 that were playing in the round of 128, neither of them showed up for the round of 128, gave me a bye into the round of 64 from the round of 64 to the round of 32. So this video is the round of 32, the first round I will have played in a tournament that should have had over 200 people. So if you're asking what's going on here, why is this chaotic? This is the JRok deck building challenge. You have to build your deck out of 3 of 23 different affixes. And I can't sit here and explain that to you. Basically, this is JRok giving himself a nightmare of verifying decks. He's putting a lot of hard, decisions on his own plate. A lot of hard work to verify these decks being legal. So he did that to himself. I don't know. We'll see how this event goes. This is my first round. These are best 2 out of 3 matches. You must build a specific deck out of 3 of the 23 affixes, and you have a 5-card sideboard. I remodeled my Hidden Rush deck, though it's significantly worse than my original Hidden Rush build. But figured, we met the qualifications, and I didn't want to theory craft too much for this, so I just threw it together, and we'll see how it goes. This is my round 1 match, the first video in this series. I hope you all enjoy it. Hello everybody, welcome to the round of 32 in the JRok spectacular, very complicated deck format. I have not checked to see if my opponent's deck is legal. Quite frankly, that's too much work. So I'm playing a Hidden Rush Deception build. They've got some weird mid-range thing going here. So that's the current situation. Main thing to note, they have Rapture Dances, and that's a thing. So, Silentness without a cat is kind of depressing. Looking for good things to play early. No boost, so the Merrick is awkward. They're going with Thievery, more of a control-ish mindset, I guess. Interesting. God pick selection. Not the best draw from our perspective. I mean, early armor lurkers are always pretty solid, but this isn't useful. And okay, we'll go ahead and open with the Pyramid Warden. Get this out early. If they kill this before they have any minions in their void, then we come out okay. And we're very happy to trade these 2 minions. Dark Knives is okay. We could have gone basically for that and hide, but that seems just a bit slow. So we're going to go this route instead. Pushing damage this way. We do know this is an open deck list format, so I know they have counterfeit. So with a makeshift shiv, I want to use as many charges as quickly as possible. I do like to see them hit the GP button there. They swapped out our Dark Knives for a Merrick, which is kind of ironic. Unfortunately, we draw a makeshift shiv. They got this Rat of Trickery from the Thievery God Power. They've got nothing in their void, so we want to trade these. That way they get nothing back. I'll play Merrick, go to the face, and hit here. Unfortunately, the Makeshift Shiv was the worst card we could have drawn last turn, as it's just not going to be useful in a very, very long time. Opponent, 5 mana, probably a Guild Enforcer here, yeah. That is consistent with their deck build. Pietro's interesting. Unfortunately, we don't have a great play this turn, so we're just going to hide this, go face with this as well. And toss out the surprise delivery. It represents 6 extra points of damage. And we'll end turn. So basically, they're going to hit here, and we still don't have a good answer to this situation on the board. We probably maybe think about the wind-up roller at some point. We could have argued playing Pietro that turn to hide this, but then we're still not pushing anything. They're effectively at 14 right now. Okay, they're going to make that big and annoying, and they're going straight to the face, which okay, I get it, but selfless guildmate. So I can buff here, but it doesn't quite kill this, which is a bit unfortunate. I can play Pietro, which probably sets up next turn with a little bit of burst. And I think that's what we're going to do. So we play Pietro. We get a couple of Vikings. So we're definitely going to be hiding this next turn. And do we want to just drop Selfless Guildmate to buff here? This is the turn before they can Rapture, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. It helps us go wider. This dies. This had nothing else to buff. So buffing here, even though we know we're only going to get one attack in, is fine. They're effectively at 14. And we're going to push a decent amount of damage next turn. We can hide that minion. Go forward to the face. This puts them at 9, 8. Okay. There's decent. We're getting them low. Now, if they have Rapture Dance, which is a card in their deck, we're going to be in a bit of trouble here. So the question here is, do I want to go to the face by utilizing the GP here, Assassin's Aim here, go forward for 8, 10, we can get him to 1. That is just incredibly tempting. Geez, can we kill him? Is there a way to damage this before attacking? Besides using the GP here. Alright, let's do that. Probably should have applied that here. That was a mistake. The general idea, if if he has Rapture Dance here, we still have lethal. So we'll buy this archer defensively. Like, for instance, if he plays Rapture Dance, then we can hide this and still win with the relic. Unfortunately, this card comes in the Sanctum, might give him more outs. They need to gain a lot of favor this turn. Well, they can kill one of these minions with probably a spell, attack here, do this, and probably live for one more turn. So maybe buying the archer was bad. Yeah, that's big. So they can attack with this into here, and I should have Assassin's Aimed Valkyrie. So we've really misplayed the situation and could get punished for it. Yeah, they have to do that, and they have to buy the Rune of Life. But they do live with this line. And that kills this. Bronze Servant, no help. Shadow of Letheanon, pretty useless. Let's go ahead and try to win the game immediately, because that's fun. Hierophant Silenus doesn't get us anywhere. If I hide this and go face, I get him to 2. I think defensive nature is good here. If he's got Rapture, we lose, though. We'll most likely lose. Yeah, he had Rapture. Yeah, we misplayed the game. If we put Assassin's Aim on the Valkyrie, we win this game. It's always frustrating to lose when it's your fault. We can still get lucky with Dedicant. If we get to deal 3 damage to their god, we win. It doesn't help us. I think the only out is if they have Stoneskin Poison, we can use this, get Stoneskin Poison, and play it here. What other 1-mana cards are there? Hunting Trap is 2, but we don't have enough mana for it. Alright, yeah, we misplayed that game. Game 1 we threw, so we made this harder on ourselves than we needed to make it. But I still like our chances in games 2 and games 3 as long as we don't throw. Had a bad draw that game too. Would not have been close if we had a good draw. And the Sanctum did not work in our favor there either. A lot of things had to go wrong to lose game 1. So as long as those things don't happen here, we should be good to go. Like this on this is actually a line. The this and this and this don't really work necessarily amazing together. Okay, I like this Shiv with Lady Marcella. Let's keep this. We have this on 1. I didn't want to necessarily just pip this out immediately because he does have counterfeit. Alright, so he'll be able to eat at some of the tokens very easily. But that's going to be fine. Maybe Umber Arrow, Bound by Her Will, stuff like that here as well. Could have argued playing Dedicant there. But this is okay. If they do this attack here, we're happy. Right now, he's probably thinking, yeah, how to abuse those. Bound by Her Will makes sense. So they're going to hit there. And this is probably going to hit here, I'd imagine. Yeah. So I've got the Makeshift Shiv. Surprise Delivery is fun. It's fun because it prevents them... It does limit them for a couple of turns. Like, they can't play any minions right now. I'll keep this back. I don't want to kill these minions yet, and if I give him a target for counterfeit, it gives him something to do. So they are actually going to be hitting us for more damage than we're hitting them, but this is fine. They get stolen plans, which means they get something random, which is rather annoying. We don't really have much burst here. Pray to win, blessed. So I guess that was what they got off of stolen plans. They pick up the Rune of Life and the Sanctum because they are effectively at 20. Assassin's Aim is a decent top deck. Not the exact thing we want, though. I'm going to go ahead, go face, and drop this. This card is always scary because if they can find a way to kill it, then it really hurts us. Granted, we can also kill it ourselves and effectively wipe the board. It might actually make sense to set up Ludia's Dedekind or something. It actually does kind of work in a way because of Rapture stuff. Interesting, they're healing the barrel. They want it to keep hindering their board presence? I don't quite understand. So, I mean, I assume they have Rapture. But we can bait the first Rapture and then follow with these. I think that's good. And it kind of works out. This creature's afterlife is kind of funny. So we'll just go face. And I'll buy the card draw. So we have more options after the Rapture. I mean, I think they pretty much need the Rapture here. Jeez, we just keep giving them free healing. Counterfeit, interesting. That means they don't have the Rapture available, though. And we distracted them. Oh, this is going well. They don't have the Rapture. And we're very well positioned. That was clutch. Confusing this minion in particular, that was the one they needed to hit. They've gotten their big RNG moments in this match, for sure. The Sanctum has been their best buddy. Once again, will be their best buddy with the Vow of Champions, which they do correctly grab. Pipping that out to heal is questionable use of the mana pip, for sure. Selfless Guildmate. I've got currently no targets. Merrick eventually, but no targets at the moment. Okay, we got that hit. Can just blow up the world with this. I think, honestly, this card's a liability, so this is the best way to move forward. And we can go ahead with Ludia's Dedekind. All of these options are pretty bad. And I will go ahead and hide this minion. Another Stone Skin. So we've got a couple of Stone Skins if they try to do frontline armies on us, like Guild Enforcer, which beat us last game. So they're going to get their own Dedekind. They're probably looking to shuffle this. Okay, Combining Favor does advantage them. And they can grab the Shield Maiden, which is a very annoying minion. And that's indeed what they're going to do. So ideally, if we can set up a 2-turn lethal here, we're feeling pretty good. This is Guild, so we can threaten lethal in 2 turns by hiding this, going face, and playing this. Let's see what we get from this first. Guild Enforcer, okay. Go ahead and go face. The Lokian Disciple with the Selfless Guildmate does threaten lethal. Rapture Dance doesn't get them out of the situation. They need to play 3 front lines because we have 2 Stone Skins at the moment. Stone skinning there doesn't really get them much. Probably going to play a Guild Enforcer and pray, but we've got the stone skins to get us out of this situation and win game number 2. I don't... Oh, Saris, wow. Yeah, that is true. This is an open decklist format, and I should have seen that coming. I'm not really doing a great job of piloting this match. But aside from that, we're pretty good at this game. We're getting pretty low on health right now, too. Next turn, they can play Wither Fingers, which is a card in their deck, and does wreck us. Let's see what happens on Rune of Sight. Dark Knives doesn't get us to lethal, but gets us very close. Is there a way I can prevent... I mean, I think I just lose to Wither Fingers plus Rapture. I just gotta hope they don't have Wither Fingers. The fact that they got to 7 is a bit unfortunate, too. Patient Pickpocket, okay. So they're gonna be able to play Wither Fingers and probably win the game. Yeah. But we didn't play this match very well, so I have no one to blame but ourselves. But also, the Sanctum killed us. The Sanctum was absolutely horrendous. But that's how it goes sometimes. I completely forgot about Saris, too. So, the turn before, I played it pretty badly. We can't prevent lethal here, can we? Yeah, we can't. I believe not. No way to wake this up. You can play Guild Enforcer, but this and this is lethal. Yeah, that was just a bad match. Oh well.